conjunto.
Welcome to the Erasmus Plus Preliminary Conference. I hereby call this meeting to order. My name is Yutsunia and I will be your chair today. I'm here to moderate the meeting and make sure that every country has a chance to speak. I will also guide us between the different parts of debate: the speakers list, the moderated and unmoderated caucuses, and voting procedure. Now Maria will explain the rules.
Okay, let's explain the rules. Well, we will start with the opening speeches, which is where each country presents its position on the topic. There will be no questions, and each country will have 2.5 minutes to speak. Then we will move to the moderated caucus. At this point, you will have the opportunity to ask questions to other countries and exchange ideas. We will have a moderated caucus of 5 minutes. Then we will move to the unmoderated caucus. During this session, you will be free to mingle and try to reach an agreement with other countries. You should begin to form blocks and write resolutions, which are agreements outlining your shared ideas. This will last 15 minutes. Then we will move to the resolution voting procedure, which is where each resolution will be read out loud. After each resolution is read, we will vote on the resolutions created. For a resolution to pass, at least 4 countries need to vote in favor of the resolution. Okay? So are there any questions? No questions? Okay.
Okay. Our topic today is key values in sports: respect, equality, friendship, and fair play doping. Specifically, our debating motion is: what is the role of drug companies and laboratories in the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA? Should they participate in the discussion to improve the system? Any questions on the debating motion? At this point, I will now call roll. Please say present when your country is called. Czech Republic.
Present.
Czech Republic is present. Italy.
Present.
Italy is present. Norway.
Present.
Norway is present. Portugal.
Present.
Portugal is present. Spain.
Present.
Spain is present. I will now open the speakers list. We will follow alphabetical order. Czech Republic, you are first. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds for your opening speech.
Honourable Chair, fellow delegates, thank you. Doping substances are drugs, medicinal drugs, and as such, they are exclusively produced at one place: pharmaceutical industries. Even if some product ends up being bargained in the streets, they are also sold at the chemists. So it becomes evident to us that the pharmaceutical industry is already involved in the doping war. But to what side does it tilt? That depends on what we discuss here today. From the delegation of the Czech Republic, it is our opinion that both governments and anti-doping organizations must join up with this pharmaceutical industry in order to obtain 2 goals. The first one, to reduce the amount of drugs sold for doping purposes, and in the second one, to trace easier the substance that has already been ended up sold in the streets. This way, we could significantly reduce the amount of drugs sold for doping purposes. A large amount of doping substances are sold at pharmacies without the prescription necessary for this sale. By running random checks on the clerks of these pharmacies, we could significantly reduce the amount of the substances sold for doping purposes, which is illegal and unethical behavior.
On the other hand, the product that goes get onto the streets is made in the first place by pharmaceutical companies. It is, without the shade of a doubt, advantageous for us to have on our side the people that know the drug functions because they created it. In the Czech Republic, a program such as this one could potentially help our national organization against doping, the Czech Anti-Doping Committee. But when the time comes for international sport at a bigger level, we need solutions for everyone. That's why when those moments arrive, it's better to have those who know the matter best on your side. In 2011, doping made a bundle of $15,000 million a year, endangering millions of fortune. And most of this material comes from pharmaceutical errors. It's time for us to ask a question. Do we want this problem to keep growing indefinitely, or are we, once and for all, going to have to stop it? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Czech Republic. You may now take your seats. Thank you, delegates. Now, Spain, you may give your opening speech.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are here to discuss about the role of the pharmaceutical industries concerning doping. We are Susana and Alba Gonzalez, and we are representing Spain. Spain has a bad background concerning doping. Spanish doctors do not control correctly the use of drugs in sports. And actually, a drug company in Galicia has been imputed due to the supplying of doping substances for athletes. Moreover, a laboratory in Madrid has been closed because it didn't follow the World Anti-Doping Agency 2015 code against doping.
Bearing in mind that nowadays pharmaceutical industries need a profit, we could think that they shouldn't be involved in the discussions to improve the system. But, on the other hand, they are experts on this topic, so they also should be able to have a voice in the improvement of the actual control method. Fully aware of all the consequences that would have involving pharmaceutical industries in taking this type of decisions, what we propose is giving them a role, but not the entire power, to take into account their opinions and suggestions, keeping a control on all the activities they do. In this way, we may be able to eradicate doping, one of the main concerns in professional sport. The first thing to love is your sport. Never do it to please someone else. It has to be yours. Thank you.
Thank you, delegates. At this time, I will move into a moderated caucus of 5 minutes. Norway.
In your opening speech, you mentioned that you were going to run random checks on pharmaceutical industries with rating inspectors. Are you going to use any criteria to check on these pharmaceutical industries?
Yes, of course. What we meant by random is that these industries to which the checks will be applied are not going to know when or where these checks are going to be, so they cannot prepare for them. But of course we're going to use some criteria to run these checks in the places in which more doping and more of these problems occur. So because in those places is where we really need to improve the situation.
Italy.
The delegation of Spain mentioned in their opening speech that you will solve the problem of drug industries by not giving them the whole power. Our country would like to know, what do you mean about this?
Well, to answer your questions, we think that the drug companies should be involved in the discussions because, well, their opinion is essential as they are the experts on this field.
But as we proved with some examples, there are many possibilities to cheat, and this wouldn't be fair to the athletes. So what we mean is giving them some control, but not the entire power.
Thank you.
At this time, we will move into an unmoderated caucus of 15 minutes.
So that's a very important part of our way.
to analyze.
Resolution 1.
Fully aware of the importance of fair play in sports, bearing in mind the direct relation between the pharmaceutical industry and the doping war, taking into account the benefits already obtained.
Resolution 2.
Conscious of the injuries and illnesses caused by doping,
bearing in mind the effort taken into solving this issue,
taking into account that substances used for doping are manufactured by the pharmaceutical industries,
the House proposes 1. Run checks in pharmaceutical enterprises and businesses conducted by the WADA, specialized employees to ensure the correct sale of substances used for doping in these establishments.
2.
We will now move into voting procedure. Countries should be aware that there are 3 voting options: yay, which is for, nay, which is against, and abstain when you do not know how to vote. Now we will vote on Resolution 1. Czech Republic,
J.
Italy,
Nay.
Norway,
Yay.
Portugal,
Yay.
Spain,
Yay.
Thank you, delegates, for your hard work today. I now officially conclude the Erasmus Plus Preliminary Conference.